Roots of Respect, Part 2. The morning air of Umuzara carried the smell of roasted yam and red earth. It was the kind of smell that reminded Adanma of her mother's patience, earthy, warm, and seasoned by time. The cock had crowed thrice before she opened her eyes. Her head ached from the thoughts that chased her through the night. Her father's silence, Mama's weary eyes, and Namdi's letters that had stopped coming 2 moons ago. She rose quietly, tying her old wrapper around her chest. The compound was still asleep except for the crackling of the hearth and the soft hum of her mother's voice as she stirred the morning soup. Adanma watched her for a moment, her bent back, her hands that moved with both grace and exhaustion. There was beauty in that strength, the kind that never asked for applause. Adanma, Mama said without turning. Your eyes are heavy. Didn't you sleep? I did, Mama, she lied. Her mother turned now, her face soft but knowing. When a young woman begins to think more than she prays, sleep becomes a stranger. Adanma smiled faintly. I prayed, Mama. I prayed that Papa's heart would calm and that Namdi will return before the rains. Mama sighed deeply, lifting the wooden spoon from the pot. Men return when they are done chasing the wind. Some never find their way back. The words pierced her, though spoken gently. Namdi's promise still echoed in her ears, the night he left for Enugu to seek work. I will come back for you, Adanma. You are my beginning and my end. But seasons had changed, and his silence had begun to rot her hope from the inside. Outside, the village slowly awakened. The sound of pestles pounding yam, children fetching water, the distant rhythm of women singing as they walked to the stream. It was life, as she had always known it. Yet something in her was shifting, like a seed breaking through the soil. She fetched water and washed her face, staring into the basin as if her reflection might reveal what she could not name. Her hands trembled slightly. What if Namdi never returned? The question haunted her, but more than heartbreak, it was shame she feared. In Umuzara, a woman's worth was weighed by her patience and the name she carried. To be promised and forgotten was to wear disgrace like a second skin. Later that afternoon, her father called her to his obi. He was seated on the wooden chair that only he used, a red cap on his head, his walking stick resting by his knee. He did not smile when she entered. Sit down, he said simply. She obeyed, kneeling first in respect before sitting on the mat. You are growing into a woman, Adanma. A woman must understand the ways of her people. Respect is not just about kneeling or greeting. It is about knowing when to let go and when to hold on. Yes, Papa, she whispered. He studied her closely, his eyes old but sharp. I hear Namdi has not written in many moons. Her throat tightened. Yes, Papa. Then you must prepare your heart, he said. A man who forgets his word is not worth your waiting. There is a young teacher from the next village, Obina. His people came yesterday to ask about you. The room grew still. Adanma's heartbeat quickened. Papa, Don't answer yet, he interrupted. You will meet him at the market square during the new moon festival. Then your spirit will decide. He rose slowly, leaning on his stick. Your mother respected me not because I was her husband, but because she saw the weight I carried. Respect is not blind obedience, it is understanding what is needed to keep peace. When he left the room, Adanma remained seated, staring at the mat. 1,000 thoughts burned inside her. Could she replace Namdi so easily? Could love be measured against duty? That evening, she went to the stream alone. The sun was setting, casting gold on the water's surface. The laughter of other girls echoed around her, but she sat apart, letting the coolness of the stream touch her feet. She thought of her mother's words, her father's wisdom, and the heavy quiet of Namdi's absence. She picked up a smooth stone from the water and whispered, If love forgets me, may respect keep me. The stone slipped from her fingers, sinking quietly beneath the current. In that moment, she felt a strange calm. Perhaps this was what growing up meant. Learning that not every promise was meant to last, that sometimes dignity was the only thing left to hold. When she returned home, her mother met her at the doorway, eyes soft with understanding. She said nothing, only handed Adanma a bowl of soup. Their silence was not empty. It was full of everything they both knew but could not say. As the night thickened, drums began to sound in the distance. The festival was coming. And with it, perhaps, the test of what kind of woman Adanma was becoming. One rooted not only in love but in respect.